Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. The Divine Mother, who appears as this universe and pervades it as nature and governs every act in this universe. Her aspects, various aspects in the universe, within the creation, pertaining to Jiva, Sri Ramakrishna is explaining. Much of her play is beyond our conception, beyond words, beyond what we can understand. To the extent we can understand, Sri Ramakrishna is trying to present to us the various aspects. Shama Kali has somewhat tender aspect and is worshipped in the Hindu households. Shama Kali. One of the aspects of Divine Mother, the Shama is also the same meaning as Kali almost. Kali has been derived from the Kala, the time. And here, last time we saw, last class, how the individual time dissolves when we sleep, cosmic time remains. When the universe dissolves, the absolute existence remains, the eternity, which is the source of the cosmic time. So it is called Mahakala, and the power associated with which is called the Mahakali. The absolute existence, the ultimate reality, the unchanging eternal reality in which the ever-changing universe appears and disappears. That power, Sri Ramakrishna has been calling it Kali and the absolute existence. The Shuddha Chaitanya, the ocean of ultimate reality, the infinite eternal existence on one side, and its power that can do and undo anything, that power, the Kali and the Shuddha Chaitanya. These two aspects, the ultimate reality. When it is in movement, we see the energy manifested. When it is no movements are there, we see the energy has become one with the Chaitanya. The Advaitins hold on to the ultimate reality in which there is no movement, there is no changes, where there is Chit Shakti has merged in the Shuddha Chaitanya, and call it absolute existence. Here, after the manifestation, within the manifestation, the universe, her play, Shama here represents the term, both means dark. One is darkness is Kali, the darkness is absence of time. Unrelated to time when it is absolute, and related to time when it is Kala Kali. And Shama has another thing, that which is dark. This darkness is the darkness of light, or we see even in the normal color, black color, which absorbs all color and shows blackness. That black, anywhere we see the black thing, that black is called Shama. Here the term Shama is used because she is not perceived, just like the term Krishna. She is not to be seen, but she acts. It can be felt, experienced, but it is not the object of senses. If we have five senses, with this we can perceive this world. But the Divine Mother, who has become this universe, cannot be thus known. We have to transcend the material aspect of this world, then we see her. Because we are identified with the body and we are perceiving this world through senses, it appears like this. In this condition, our condition, she is Shama. She is, you cannot be imperceptible, but she does exist because her grace always, whenever there is a call, she attends to that. The Shama Kali is somewhat tender aspect and is worshipped in the Hindu households. She is the dispenser of boons and dispeller of fear. Whenever people are in danger, fear, anxiety, all these places, times, they will worship this Divine Mother and she responds to their call. People worship Raksha Kali, the protectress in the time of epidemic, famine, earthquake, drought and flood. Smashana Kali is the embodiment of power of destruction. When we accept creation, we have to accept destruction. They are obverse and reverse of the same coin. One side is Srishti, other side is Pralaya. One side is birth. With every birth, there is a death. Anything that is come into existence, it has to go back to its source and dissolve in it. So, destruction is an inseparable part of creation. That aspect which takes a thing back to its original state of, that is, it looks like destruction for us. It is going back to the source. Tree has appeared, the seed is the cause that has picked up every grain from the earth and manifested the tree. Now the tree at the end goes back to the earth again. So from the source it is going back. It looks to us like a death. It is going back to its source, whence it came. So that aspect, Smashana Kali is the embodiment of power of destruction. She resides in cremation grounds surrounded by corpses, jackals, terrible female spirits. Here the life and death is considered as every object is undergoing this transformation, coming to existence or composing and decomposing, coming together and separation. These opposites take place. But when we see material world or certain things, we don't recognize, we don't feel. But when we see life and death, birth and death, life and death, then we become a kind of fear, hesitation, understanding. Birth we enjoy, death we don't. With respect to life, when we see going back to the cause, everything, body is going back to its cause, mind is going back to its cause, all contents that have come together because of the life goes back. That we call, where all this happen, just like a laboratory. This destructive part we clearly visualize in the cremation ground, going back, the corpse and things like that. So there, the power which is managing all these aspects. This, you see, the same thing happens with respect to all jivas. But we don't see, usually we don't see anywhere the all animals being cremated or getting destroyed or the corpse getting together like human life, human existence. All when a society we see, we have a crematorium where we cremate, or we have a place where we put in the grave. So these places are there, it is not there in the, but whole universe if you see, almost only that if you consider, the death alone, you will see where are all the deaths are there. There we see that particular aspect of destruction. Similarly, there is Srishtiya also. Just consider the births in this universe. Just consider all beings, be it plants and animals or bacteria and all that whole life. If you see the entire life system, everywhere there is death and birth. We observe only death, then the whole universe you see Smashanamaya. If you see the birth alone, it is Srishtimaya. We can conceive that. It is happening everywhere, every moment it is happening. Suppose now sunrise, the night is dying and day is getting birth. Here in material world, we don't perceive. We perceive it as change. But in case of birth and death, in humans and all animals, we see the death. And we are concerned only with the life of humans. We feel. Other animals, when we kill or eat or get dying, we don't feel much, as much as we feel for humans, because it belongs to our life system. Her mouth flows with stream of blood. From her neck hangs a garland of human heads, and around her waist a girdle made of human hands. These are, on one side, symbolization. When we symbolize Divine Mother in various aspects, the creative aspect, we symbolize in one way. When we see the destructive aspect, we symbolize in another way. At the same time, the reality being consciousness itself, there are chances that something happens, that it manifests, it projects, and it wants to draw the man. The plan of nature is evolution. It wants the jiva to evolve. In the process of evolution, the nature prompts the jivas with a particular thing so that it evolves. Now, certain things nature reveals. Hold on to this. Look at here. Look here. This understanding will lead you to emancipation. This will hold you, give prosperity to you in this world. So, hold on to this. What you want? What you want? Various revelations. These are some of these forms and all we see, Kali, Shiva and all. Some are revelations to the sages. These they can hold on to transcend this particular. These they can hold on to, they are like some universal plugs. For electricity we plug. We draw the electricity. Like that, I want to draw something from nature. There are universal plugs. And these universal plugs are revelations. Some are, we want to evolve, and some are such a planned way it is done, that it is symbolization. Now, most of the whole of science is a process of symbolization. Everything, biggest symbolization is done in the computer system. Computer itself is symbolization. Now, in our chemistry, physics and all, ohms, voltage, this, that, everything is symbolized and put in a particular way it present. The moment we see that sign, we understand what it is. Like danger sign, it is a symbol, symbolization. So, some symbolizations are human-made, some are revelations. After the destruction of the universe at the end of the great cycle, the Divine Mother garners the seeds for the next creation. She is like the elderly mistress of the house who has hodgepodge pot in which she keeps different articles for the household use. At the time of the whole, just like we sleep, when we sleep, all my knowledge, understanding, my identity, my tendencies, my hopes, my ambitions, all these go to seed form and remain in the causal body. Withdrawn from the physical awareness, my consciousness is withdrawn to the subtle, I enter the dream state, from there subtle to the causal, where the dream ends and I am in deep sleep, Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, in deep sleep. How I withdraw? What happens to when I sleep, when I enter into deep sleep, nothing of this world exists in me. No knowledge exists. All the knowledge has gone. All my tendencies are dissolved. I don't have anything when I enter into deep sleep. But when I am waking up, everything projects back. Where was this? Where was my knowledge? What had happened? The whole thing had entered into seed form. And when I wake up, the whole thing was projected back again. Like that, when the universe dissolves, the whole universe, its last stages, how it was, what was each jiva, what was its content, what was its status, what was its karma, every jiva's karma, every state of the objects of the universe, how was what, everything is as it is withdrawn to the seed form. This seed forms remains in the Chit-Shakti knowledge, which is the universe is going to become the pure energy, and this energy contains that knowledge of the last stage of the universe. This is in the seed form. The mother, the universe, the mother is becoming the energy Chit-Shakti, the universe is getting converted back into the Divine Mother as energy Shakti, and all seeds are there of the next creation. It has entered into seed form. It remains as knowledge, jnana. As jnana it remains, and it dissolves in the absolute. And the same knowledge projects back the whole universe again. So this seed formation Sri Ramakrishna is referring to. After the destruction of the universe, at the end of the great cycle, the Divine Mother garners the seeds for the next creation. She is like the elderly mistress of the house who has a hodgepodge pot in which she keeps different articles for the household use. All laugh. Oh yes, housewives have pots like that, where they keep sea foam, blue pills, small bundles of seeds of cucumber, pumpkin and gourd, and so on. They take them out when they want them. In the same way, after the destruction of the universe, my Divine Mother, the embodiment of Brahman, gathers together the seeds for the next creation. After the creation, the primal power dwells in the universe itself. She brings forth this phenomenal world and then pervades it. This is what the whole universe, the Divine Mother, we must remember the last stages, the whole becoming energy as Paranada, it is shrinking back to Bindu. From Bindu, again it is slowly expanding into the absolute existence as the pure Chit Shakti. And as slowly, like waves, she expands, the energy starts expanding in a wavy form to become one with the Shuddha Chaitanya, the absolute existence. As it moves slowly expanding, the waves become the ripples, and these ripples are ripples of love. And this slowly becomes as love, pure love, without lover and loud, it expands and becomes one with the Chaitanya and dissolves in it. The Kriya Shakti, the Ichcha Shakti dissolves, the Jnana Shakti remains with the knowledge of in the absolute existence of the previous end of previous cycle to create the next cycle. So this slowly becoming one, embodiment seed. After the creation, the primordial, when it again projects back, and the same Shakti, the power of the Brahman is slowly, pulsation begins, the waves of love, and it becomes from ripples to waves, and it condenses into Bindu and becomes Paranada. She expands herself, creating the universe, the Akasha, Akashad Vayu, Vayu or Agni, Agni or Apa, Adbhya Prithivi, and so slowly within herself. And as she expands to become, because in absolute there cannot be duality, so she expands herself. The Shakti expands herself. As she expands, she draws within the Chaitanya, because nothing can exist without Chaitanya. Chaitanya. This expansion in which the Chaitanya is pervading, she pervades as nature, the Chaitanya pervades as the existence. The universe exists with nature pervading it. This has become the universe herself and is pervading as the nature Shakti. The Sri Ramakrishna is telling here. After the creation, the primal power dwells in the universe itself. That is the nature. She brings forth this phenomenal world and then pervades it, this pervasion. This pervasion is the Mother Nature pervading it. The three aspects, she herself has become universe, she is pervading this as the nature, and she is standing apart looking at it as the Divine Mother. Whenever the jivas call to the rest, she responds and moves to the jivas. In the Vedas, she is linked to the spider and its web. The spider brings the web out of itself, then remains in it. God is the container of the universe and also what is contained, Adhara and Adheya. Like a spider. Spider, the web it creates from within itself. The threads, strings like, it projects from its own bodily existence. It makes a fine web and it starts dwelling in it. The difference is, it is localized and the Divine Mother in the universe is not localized. She is pervasive. She pervades every point of the universe, every object, every life she pervades. Here pervasion is not there, creation is there and localized present. Just for understanding it is given, but she pervades this universe as nature. God is the container, she is the Adeya, she is the Adhara. And in the Jagatdhatri Stotra, we see her clearly being explained that how she is Adhara Bhute Chadhe Dhriti Rupe Dhurandhare Dhruve Dhruvapade Dhire Jagadhatri Namostute. Jagadhatri, one who is holding this universe. She is the Adhara of this universe. She is the Adheya also. Just like any object, suppose you make a vessel out of copper, and copper is there in every point of this universe. The copper is there in the form of that vessel, or an iron ball, or a brass ball. Brass ball contains every bit. It is brass and brass alone. Lavanaghana, a ball of or a cake of salt. Every bit is pervaded by that salt. Like that, every bit is pervaded by the Divine Mother. She is Adheya and Adhara. She is what remains in it. She is what is supporting its existence. Is Kali my Divine Mother? Of black complexion, she is black because she is viewed from a distance. But when intimately known, she is no longer so. The sky appears blue at a distance, but look at it close by and you'll find that there is no color. The water of the ocean looks blue at the distance, but when you go near and take it in your hand, you find that there is no color, it is colorless. So from distance it looks, the Kali, the aspect is why we, the Shama, the color, the Kali, the dark one, why have we given the darkness in her? His main thing is the whole universe is a mass of darkness. In the absolute, the universe appears. You will see here and there small stars are there, lighted stars. Otherwise, because we are on the earth, we have close by the sun, we are there very close to the sun and we are moving about. Earth is spinning on its axis and we are having day and night. We are seeing light, we have day and night. Time concept is there. The movement of this moon is giving us the month-wise understanding. The earth moving around the sun is giving us year and month. So all these time concepts, the day and night, the light and darkness, all this we are seeing only on earth. Suppose we go to some remote planet like Pluto, the time is entirely different concept. To turn on its own axis it may take, I don't know exactly, but 100 years it may take. And to go around the sun, it may take 250 years. We move within a year. There you can see 1 year is 250 years and 1 day is 100 years. Like that the time concept changes from planet to planet. They are seeing time on the earth itself. If you move more to polar region, you will see day and night differing largely. In winter, the sunrise is very late, and then sunset is so early. In summer, you see the whole night is illumined. The sun sets at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon because it is summer, and sunrise is very close. Similarly, the other side. So the concept of time is changing, and if you go a few light years away, you see the whole eternal darkness is there. You don't have day, you don't have night, you don't have sunshine, you don't have. The sun is one of the stars that we see at night. So whole universe is a mass of darkness. This darkness is called Kali, the darkness. And we view this, we understand this, we perceive this. There is darkness, the whole universe. This substratum is illumined, eternal illumination. This is eternal darkness. This darkness. But when you analyze and see, when you see with the spiritual eye, you see the absolute pervading it, the Brahman, the Shuddha Chaitanya, the light of consciousness is pervading it. Light of consciousness is existing in it. Light of consciousness become the universe, pervading it. We have to see with the spiritual eye. If you see, it is light and light. If you see with the physical eye, it is darkness and darkness alone. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.